Hi guys, so I'm going to read Gold Key Star Trek number 2. So this was published in March 1968. So Star Trek. Prisoners on the planet of the condemned sentence, Captain Kirk, to share their fate. Star Trek. Probing the mysteries of outer space, Captain James Kirk and his crew search for new worlds and life forms, but often find hidden dangers and sudden death. Star Trek, The Devil's Isle of Space, Part 1. Ready to teleport you and your party back to the Enterprise, Captain Kirk.
No, Mr. Spock. You'll bring back some undesirables with us. If these creatures get aboard, they could doom the Enterprise. We'll just have to fight our way out of this spot.
Mr. Spock was powerless to help as Captain Kirk and his exploration team battled for their lives on a mysterious asteroid, and Mr. Spock would soon uncover the asteroid's terrifying secret, a secret which would challenge him with an impossible choice: either risk the Starship Enterprise and all her personnel, or abandon his captain to certain death.
Captain's log, stardate 19034. On the outer fringe of galaxy Naboo, came upon a strange belt of uncharted asteroids. Strange for obvious reasons. Glowing asteroids dotting the asteroid belt. Never saw anything like it before, Captain. Yes, well worth looking into. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Spock?
Any unexplainable phenomenon demands investigation, Captain Kirk.
Navigator, set a course for the closest of those glowing planets.
The Enterprise knifes into the asteroid belt and zeroes in on its desired target.
We'll orbit the planet at altitude 5,000 feet for telescopic viewing and photographing before dispatching a landing party.
Suddenly, the mammoth spaceship is rocked by a powerful turbulence.
What did we hit?
Nothing, Captain, but the needles of our control panel are fluctuating wildly, indicating an atmospheric disturbance.
Up the infrared periscope, crewman, and let's see what kind of disturbance is out there.
Yes, sir.
Howling comets. We've run smack into a huge electronic field that shields the entire planet. It's trapped us, Mr. Spock.
Perhaps under full power, we can break out of its grip, Captain. Like some great ensnared beast, the Enterprise struggles violently for our freedom. But
we can't budge an inch. Any suggestions, Mr. Spock?
It's quite possible the power source of this field is on the planet itself, Captain. If we destroy it.
Your logic is unassailable, Spock. We'll investigate down below. Exploration team, stand by for action. I'm going along with you.
Minutes later, in the teleportation chamber, beams from above suddenly illuminate the exploration team. And then a split second later, 4 figures materialize on the glowing planet.
Look at those strange machines, Captain. What are they? What are they doing here?
Beats me, Foster. Let's have a closer look.
Hey, this one dispenses food.
And these other 2 contain a supply of water and clothing.
Obviously, we are not alone here, boys.
Attack! Attack the intruders! They seek to destroy our supplies! Destroy them!
As you command, Targu.
Take cover. Set phasers to stun. Perhaps I can reason with them. Wait, We come as friends, not enemies. Our spaceship orbits your planet at this very moment.
Spaceship, cease the attack. We will hear the strangers out.
And after Kirk has explained,
You must forgive our assault, my friends, but our nerves have been on edge since we were marooned here.
Marooned, you say?
Yes, our freighter spaceship crash-landed here over a year ago. Had it not been for the supplies aboard, we surely would have perished.
Then, that explains the dispensers we saw. Well, Targu, you can all be at ease. Consider yourselves rescued. If our spaceship can ever break out of the electronic field trapping it.
Electronic field? We know nothing about it.
The source may be on the planet. The sooner we find it, the quicker we'll all be out of here. See you soon, Targu.
Good hunting, Captain Kirk.
This must be one of their ships, Captain. Let's see how much different theirs are from ours.
All right, Kent, but let's make it quick. After all, that's not what we came for.
It's a simple enough craft, isn't it, Captain? I mean, how do they control it?
Yes, very interesting. Let's radio a full description to Mr. Spock. Maybe he can make something of it.
I have all that information, Captain. We're running it through the computers now. Meanwhile, we're still working on breaking the force field. Here's the report, Captain. No matter how different their science and technology may be, one thing is sure. That's no cargo ship.
Thanks, Spock. Kirk out.
But why's Targu lying to us?
Right now, that's one of the mysteries of this planet. And until we find out, trust no one, and be vigilant.
No significant ratings in this sector, Captain.
Then let's move on.
Captain Kirk, sir, I must have words with you.
Careful, men. Be ready for anything. Who is that? Come out and show yourself.
I am Lara. I've come to warn you of Targu. He is a bad man, and has told you a great lie.
And I suppose you want to tell us the truth.
Exactly, Captain. But first you must promise to protect me, to take me with you when you leave.
I'll promise nothing, Lara, till I hear your story.
All right. I must trust you. I have no choice. We did not crash land here. We were rocketed here in one-way spacecraft. You see, we are the condemned.
Condemned? You mean you're convicts? This planet is your prison?
Exactly. The government of our home planet has devised a unique punishment for criminals. Once each month, they herd all those convicted of crimes to the rocket port, where they are placed in missiles. Then, we are launched to one of the glowing planets of this asteroid belt. Food, water, and other necessities are supplied to us through automatic machines, which you have already seen, so we survive until the sentence is carried out.
Sounds like a pretty progressive penal system. How long must you remain here?
Progressive? It's sadistic. I told you, Captain, we are condemned. We are here awaiting execution.
Executed? But when? And how is the death penalty carried out?
When? That's the horror of it. We don't know when.
Look at that weasel Lara, trying to save his miserable neck, I'll bet.
Yeah, by ruining our chance to escape.
Round up the others, but stay under cover. Don't attack unless I give the word. Maybe I can still talk our way out of this.
We don't know if we have a week or a year. The method is simplicity itself.
Sorry to startle you, but Lara is dangerous. Our long stay here on this barren planet has twisted his mind and made a madman of him.
He sounded mighty sane to me, but I'm willing to hear your side of it, Targu.
And so you shall, Captain, but in my own way. Now attack!
The surprise attack catches the Enterprise team completely off balance. Look out! My phaser!
Don't kill them! Take them alive!
I get it now, Targu. You're the bully of this planetary prison. You and your bunch of henchmen.
Captain, our phasers!
Too late. Forget them. Our only chance is to get away long enough for the ship to beam us aboard.
While aboard the Enterprise, I think we've got it. A means to short-circuit the force field and break clear. Keep your fingers crossed, Scotty. And as Spock releases a flood of energy from the Enterprise, I'm flooding the area with counter-energy. Administer full power to the engines. For a moment, the mighty space vessel shudders as our rockets blast on full. Then, we've done it. Our counter-energy is cutting a hole through the force field. We're free. See if you can reach the captain, Lieutenant. There's no further need for him to stay below.
Mr. Spock, come here quickly. Look at this. As soon as we blasted holes in the force field, we got a reading on the infrared seismograph. Look at that needle jump.
Find out what's causing it. That's a critical reading.
Kirk to Enterprise. Do you read me?
Loud and clear, Captain. We've broken through the electronic trap. We're through. And Captain, we're getting a critical reading on the seismograph. Do you feel tremors down there?
Never mind that now. Beam us aboard. Immediately.
Stand by to beam exploration party aboard. On my command. Ready? And at this moment...
On my command, hurl the trap net. Ready? Hurl! And pounce on them before they can get free!
Ready to teleport party aboard, Mr. Spock.
Mr. Spock, stop! Do not beam us up! Captain, why did you stop us?
Because, Spock, you would also have taken aboard some unwelcome visitors.
Captain, you are our prisoners now. So if you're going back aboard the ship, you'll have to take us with you.
You and your murderous henchmen aboard the Enterprise, Targu? Never. We're a fully equipped fighting spaceship. You can't hold us forever.
We can try.
What are we going to do, Mr. Spock?
One thing we won't do is panic. A little logic will solve the problem. Let's consider the possibilities. The captain is their insurance. They don't dare harm.
Mr. Spock, I found the cause of the seismograph reading. It's...
And it is then that Mr. Spock sends through a shocking report from the Enterprise. Captain Kirk, I found the problem on your prison planet. Its heart is a molten ball of fire. An internal volcano that will blow the planet into a supernova within 24 hours. Star Trek Part 2: The Secret of Execution Asteroid.
Captain's log. Stardate 19045. We are in a desperate plight. Mr. Spock has just informed us that the criminal asteroid we are upon is due to explode within 24 hours, and there is no chance of escape without endangering the Enterprise and her mission. The asteroid is going to explode? Are you sure, Mr. Spock?
Positive, Captain Kirk.
So, the secret of Asteroid X is out, eh, Kirk?
So that's how you galaxy killers are executed. By exploding asteroids?
Exactly. A most unique manner of capital punishment, is it not? You see, it has the added reality of mental torture, for none know just when the supernova effect will take place. Only your ingenious Mr. Spock has learned that. As Lara, the betrayer, informed you, we criminals are launched to the death asteroids by rocket. Each month, the condemned leave the home planet forever in one-way missiles.
What asteroid do you think will land on Targu?
What difference does it make? They're all alike.
Except for one thing. They don't all blow up at the same time. Not everybody looks at his new life the same way. Some are weak and give up all hope. Others are strong.
How long do we have, Targu? A week? A month?
Maybe we have many years, and I intend to make the most of every minute. Move that food dispenser over here, where we can protect it, and then get the dispensers out of the other ships.
I'm entitled to my rations the same as everybody else.
You'll get rations when Targu says so. If you want to eat, you'll work for Targu. In time, we dismantled the rockets that brought us here, and made halfway decent living quarters.
It isn't right. Targu's no better than the rest of us.
If you want to fight it out with those killers of his, go ahead. I'll do as he says, and take what he gives me.
Yes, Captain. I made the people on this planet. All murderers, thieves, and toughs. Respect me, fear me, obey me. Targu always makes out. Targu always survives.
I'm glad to know the kind of creature I'm dealing with.
When things got rough, I know what to do.
The dispensers are running low on food.
Cut the rations, and let's hope a couple of rockets land here in this month. When the rockets did land, we pounced on them.
Welcome to Targu's asteroid.
Quickly! Unload their dispensers and bring them to our area. I had my own little empire, and I could have been happy living out my life here. Except that every so often there was a grim reminder.
I wonder what the asteroid that was. I wonder how many were on it.
Forget it. I just thank your luck. It wasn't our turn. Well, I guess it is our turn now. Give me that blasted radio of yours, Kirk. Mr. Spock, this is Targu, the big boss of Asteroid X. Heed my words, well, genius man of the Enterprise. Your Captain Kirk will be just as dead as we will if you don't teleport my men to your ship with your own. Not everybody, Spock. Just me and my loyal, trusted men. Answer me, Spock.
I take my orders from my captain, not from you, Targu. Let me speak with him.
He wants to talk with you. I'll give you 30 seconds. Remember, your life depends on it.
Bring only a handful of his men aboard, in exchange for your safety. It seems like an acceptable bargain. No! This character is deadly, and clever. I am at his mercy now, and he isn't going to turn me loose on board the Enterprise. He'll hold a knife at my throat every second. But he leaves us no other choice, Captain. Yes, he does, Spock. One other choice. You're to take command of the Enterprise, and take her away from this powder keg of an asteroid. As fast as you can. That's an order, Mr. Spock.
You won't do it, Spock. You can't leave the captain down there.
Surely, there must be some way.
You heard the captain's order, gentlemen. On the other hand, you also heard the captain give me command of the ship prior to that. So technically, I am not bound by that order.
Spock, your Vulcan logic wins again.
However, we will still have to rescue the captain without bringing those alien murderers aboard. And we don't have much time.
Shades of Pluto, I think I have the answer. Quickly, Scotty, into damage control. We have work to do. Get those metal sections down. Have your men ready for some super-fast construction work. I'll be back in a minute.
That I will, Mr. Spock. Whatever your plan might be.
Through the night, the Enterprise team await their explosive fate.
What a sorry way to go. Trapped with killers on a doomed asteroid.
Nothing, Foster. Not even our lives must jeopardize the Enterprise and her mission. That's the important thing. For our ship on the Starfleet to continue searching the unknown and unlock its mysteries.
Hours later, as dawn breaks over the doomed asteroid,
Captain Kirk, look! They're in the sky!
What is it, Foster? Rocket trail. We're having visitors.
But who would want to rocket down on a doomed asteroid?
The Galaxy authorities have sent more prisoners for execution. The poor fools will have little time to live. They must have food dispensers aboard. At least we'll have one last feast. Come on, men!
Look at that character. A thief and a thug right to the end.
then, as the boss convict approaches the descending craft,
Look out! The Galaxy prisoner rocket has gone wild! It is not landing in the regular fashion!
prisoner huts are smashed apart as the rocket careens down for a landing. Finally, it skids to a halt.
All right, men, let's get those dispensers. Maybe we can eat ourselves to death before this asteroid blows.
But as the rocket port swings open,
Targu! They are not Galaxy prisoners!
Scotty! Spock sent a raiding party down to help us.
It's a trick! Get back to our prisoners before it's too late!
but it is already too late.
Stand fast. Wait for Scotty to reach us.
Abruptly, Mr. Spock's voice crackles over Captain Kirk's radio. Captain, is Mr. Scott's raiding party succeeding?
Affirmative. He's isolating the convicts with those firebombs.
Hurry, sir. Tell Spock to beam us aboard. That firewall won't last long.
We are clear, Mr. Spock, but convicts are approaching through a break in the firewall.
I am throwing teleportation switch now, Captain. Instantly, the figures begin to disappear from the doomed asteroid. And moments later, their bodies take form in the teleportation chamber of the Enterprise. All rockets on full! When you inspected that rocket you found, Jim, I never dreamed how valuable that information.
Spock, you risked this ship and the lives of every man aboard. As a man, I could forget that. But as an officer, I can't forget you disobeyed a direct order.
Oh, but I didn't, Jim, as Dr. McCoy and Mr. Scott will explain. In fact, Jim, I enjoy being captain so much, I may never turn back command to you. But it's all academic if we don't get out of range fast. For long seconds, she streaks into space, and far below the prisoner planet suddenly bursts asunder.
The asteroid has blown! Hold tight, men. We're still within her concussion range.
The violent force of the exploding planet rocks the Enterprise like a ship in a storm-tossed sea.
Our good ship is getting the test of her life, Captain.
Let us hope her hull holds. And finally, we are clear. Outside of a few thousand asteroid pieces in our hull, I cannot see any signs of serious damage.
Whew. Good show, Mr. Spock. That was the squeeze play of our lives. The Devil's Isle of space. Nothing but a floating cloud of dust now. It seems brutal to have left those people there.
Execution by asteroid explosion is the way of their society. We had no other choice but to leave them, Captain. And that's the end of that comic. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. If you have any requests you want me to do, just let me know in the comments down below. And I'll tell you when I can tell, I can tell you when I can do the request. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.